But the door is going to be something completely different because I still don't know exactly how we're going to put this door on. That's why there's no trim around this. So once we get the door figured out, then we'll put the trim around. Forgot the vacuum. Now we'll go ahead. All right, so now let's go get this piece put up. So now the one thing I gotta do is actually go ahead and get my door removed. You see I just got the two hinges, one at the bottom, one at the top. So we're just gonna go ahead and get this off, get this put off to the side, because that's gonna be after we finish up with basically the door jamb. So right now I got the board sitting here, so I'm gonna go ahead and get this off and get this fastened on, and then we'll get measurement for this one. And then we'll continue. Make sure everything was level. You see I got the level sitting here to make sure this side was level, because if you try to put hinges on something that's not level, the door will swing by itself. We don't want that. So now we just gotta get this fastened in spot. And to do that, I'm just gonna be using the finishing nailer, so you don't have to stick around for that, but I just wanted to show you. So you can see how hard it's gonna be to actually see this. So you can see right here is the piece that I put in. So if you look close, you can see it, but if you're just, coming in here, you're never gonna notice that that's there. All right, that's all we got for sanding. So now we're gonna go ahead and get this one put back up there, and then next thing we're gonna do, I think we're gonna throw some stain on it, so that way it can actually cure and dry. So this one's done too. So let's go hang it. Now, if you look, you can't really even see where it was. So let's go down through, and it's actually right here. So it's very hard to see it. You can see a little bit of an edge right there, but I would say that blends in really well. And if that's in the door frame, you're never gonna notice it. So that part's done. Now we gotta start on the door itself. All right, now we're at this door here. Previously I tried to strip all the paint off of this, but between the paint and there's so much layers of varnish and everything else, we're not gonna do that anymore. But I do want to go through and actually repair a bunch of the damage to this door. There's multiple screw hole marks and everything else on both sides. Where the doorknob used to be mounted right here, that's actually going to be changed. So really I need to go through and actually fix everything on this, because there's even holes up here where they had some kind of piece fastened on here, and there's one down at that end. So we're going to go ahead and get this all repaired and fixed before we get the sizing done to fit our opening. Let's see how it works out. It's going to be adding a little bit of glue to the hole, putting these in, and move to the next hole. So we're not going to show you all that, but that's what we're going to end up doing. Chopsticks is what they were from. So I got those all done. I got those plugged. I'll show you here close up in a second. Now for this one here, I actually used a hole saw and actually bored this out even bigger than it was. So with that being bored out, I went to the next size larger than this one, cut out some more wood from something else, which is these right here, but I didn't have anything this thick in this style wood. Let me bring you in closer and I'll show you the plug that we did. So you can see here what I was talking about, what I did with all these. Went through and actually got glue and put these down in here. And there's multiple of these, so you can see they're here, they're down here. But what I'll do is once they're dry, I will come back with my saw, cut these flush, sand everything down. Because remember, like I said, I'm not going to be staining this. I'm actually going to go ahead and just repaint the door. So I just want to sand it down to make it nice and smooth. I don't have to worry about being able to stain it. So now I think it's a good time to go through. I'm gonna start getting all the sanding done on this. And as always, I like to start at the top and work my way down. Instead of just stopping there, I went ahead, got it all cleaned up and got it primed. I got the floors cleaned up. So now I can go ahead and start working and figuring out what I'm gonna do for paint. Getting this trim finished up while I'm waiting for the glue to dry on that. So we got the door all fixed up now, all the holes. And see everything is patched and it's nice and smooth now. But before we go ahead and paint this, we're gonna go ahead and get everything figured out as far as what we need for measurements, because I don't need to paint stuff that I don't need to use. So I did get the outside, it is painted up. So now he's got to get measurements from this, put them onto that. All right, so we got 29 inches. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little bit off of each side. So that way this edge is all, you can see it's kind of banged up and not round anymore. So it's rounded off instead of square. So we're gonna go ahead and take about a ½ inch off this side, and we'll take the remaining off of this side. So we're just trying to even it out so we have the 29 inches even. But with old doors like this, you're going to be careful down here where your joints are. You can see this joint is right here, so if I come in too close, this could be a weak point and it can snap off. So we want to make sure to leave enough meat on that side. Alright, now we have it measured. I went ahead and put a little mark at this end. So this is my 29 inches from that side over. So you can see we got a nice cut all the way down there. Now we're going to do the same on this side. Alright, let me show you what I'm doing here. Because I know the distance from here to the edge of my blade, from here to here, is 4 3/4 inches. So if I want to cut at this line, I basically measure in 4 3/4 and clamp this down so that way my guide can run all the way down and I get a precise cut. So that's what we're doing. Alright, you can see I'm real close to my line. So if I need to, I have a little bit I can shave off on each side. But you can see I got a nice clean edge now again. So now we'll just do a rough fit, make sure it fits before we go ahead and start painting. Yep, you can see it fits, but it's a little snug. It doesn't want to go in all the way. So I have a little bit of a tight up here at the top. So I'm going to have to trim the top down just a hair more. Back to cut. I want to show you this too. I thought this was actually pretty neat. If you're questioning why the chopsticks, when we did that earlier, check this out. You can see where the chopsticks were in and actually cut off. So they completely filled it and it's nice and smooth now. I didn't show it, but I went ahead and I got my notches put in here for the hinges, because these are going to have some smaller hinges, because this is a smaller door than what you normally get. So since this is only an inch thick, I'm actually using hinges from an old bifold door. But now that we got these notched out, we're going to go ahead and get a coat of paint on here. Alright, we got the first coat on the door, so you can see we're going to go with a gray base. But that's not everything it's going to be. We're going to do a little bit more than that, but for right now, that's just the first to let it soak in. Went ahead and got another coat, so this is the second coat on this door. So now we'll just let this dry, and then we can go ahead and get the hardware on, which the hardware is actually sitting right here. It's actually spray painted, and there's the screw heads. So everything's going to be painted black on that and on there. And I got to get the door hardware for the handle and get that painted also. Alright, it's been a few days since I've done anything with the door, but this is, both sides are done, and this is dry. I actually used some polyurethane after they were painted, so you can kind of get an idea how shiny the door really is. So this way it's going to be a very durable finish, because it's going to be the workshop bathroom, so I want to make sure that dirt doesn't stick to it or anything else. So I'm gonna go ahead and get this mounted, and after we get it hung, because we're gonna hang it right here, I'll show you that. All right, you see I got the door mounted here. It actually swings pretty easily. So this is all up, that's all set. This was actually just my shim. I had that laying down here so that way the door would sit on that, so I have enough of a gap underneath so it doesn't drag. So now we just got to get this set up and get the hardware mounted. But before we get the hardware mounted, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to get this trim knocked out in here so that way this is all set up and can be finished. So I'll get that done. I'm not going to be able to do anything for a couple days, so I got, actually the door had a little bit of a twist to it. So I got clamp at the top pulling it in. I got some blocks down at the bottom holding it out. So now hopefully we can get this door twisted back in. So we're gonna let this sit for a couple days like this, and then we'll come back to it. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the door in release now. And you can see I got the clamp up here holding this tight. So we're gonna release this. And we'll see how this made out. And it still has a bend to it, but it seems like it got some of it out. Because if you can see, if we put this even with the bottom, and you come up, you can see it's just a little bit of a gap now, which this was actually pretty pronounced before. So it's much better than it was. So I'm gonna call that a win. So we're gonna go ahead and get that trim and everything done, and we'll be back. But I don't know if I showed you the inside, because I did finish up in here. So you can see we got the trim on here. I do gotta get my blue paint out and touch up the white caulk down the side there. But that's good. Now I just gotta go get the rest of the trim going. All right, so I went ahead and actually I got this door stop put on here. So I got one at the top. It's hard to see it, the light behind there, but there's one here. We got a stop up here, stop here, and stop down at the bottom. So that way, when we get this door closed, you can see my custom striker plate, but it actually catches. Because now, remember, it still has that bow, but now we made it so it's still gonna fit tight. But you can see I already went ahead and started doing the trim, but that's just a simple thing. We're gonna finish up the trim. But if you see anything that you would have done different, give me a comment down below. But I hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe, share it. That would greatly help us out. But leave a comment. See you next time.